Good evening, beautiful humans. Live from New York, it's Monday night. As always, I am your host, Rorie Kelly, and today the muse I present to you is Steve Robinson, a fellow Long Islander, and we've played on a bunch of the same stages, but ironically, I have not met Steve in person. We connected online because, you know me, that's what I do. I build online community. So I was so excited to get to, when Steve sent me a couple of links, I was like, oh, I've played there. That's really cool. And he's just a killer songwriter. You're really going to be appreciative of both the lyrics and the vibe of the songs that he's going to share with you tonight. I'm really excited to get to sit and listen to a full set. You guys know, if you tune in regularly, I like to book people that I want to hear because that's often the only way I get to take in music because I'm, always gigging myself. So I can't wait to hear what Steve's going to bring. Before I turn it over to him, I want to draw your attention to the links floating across the bottom. If you enjoy this music, you can get more of it at stellarob.com. I'm going to put those links in the chat as well so that you can just click them. You can also throw some love into the virtual tip jar at paypal.me/StellaRob. And as a reminder, musicians do eat dollars. We have very unique nutritional requirements, much like panda bears. Yes, we can eat digital dollars. So if you throw some love into that virtual tip jar, you'll be helping to feed the musicians. Without further ado, I present to you Steve Robinson.
Thanks, Rory. Thank you for the invite, and I'm looking forward to playing for everybody. I hope you're all familiar with the story of Alice in Wonderland. I've got a version of it in 12 verses called Wonderland. Well, this silly little tale is about a girl named Alice, lesson that she was never told. You shouldn't make a habit of chasing after rabbits, especially if they jump down in a hole. Well, she saw a rabbit dressed in white, running for his very life, muttering to himself as he went by. As the bunny scurried past her, she jumped up and went after him while she did it, I can only surmise. Well, he jumped down in a rabbit hole, she fought him, God bless her soul, something you may find hard to believe. But you seem to have a ton of fun tumbling down that tunnel into a wonderland in a pile of leaves. Well, she thought she might have landed in New Zealand, Australia, somewhere even deeper in the ground. To the other side of Earth, the people's heads are in the dirt, and everybody there lives upside down. She had a drink that made her tolerate some stuff that made her smaller, wanted to return to her own size. This conundrum lasted till a hookah smoking caterpillar on a mushroom showed her how to do it right. Along the way she met a duchess who insulted her as much as anybody that had done before. She had a cat whose grin impressed her, I think his name was Chester. I don't exactly recall. She saw the marcher and met Hatter down beside the Jew. She said her intention was to have a cup of tea. As they proposed to her, a riddle, a sleepy dormouse in the middle began a story that he never did complete. She saw gardeners painting frantically red rose on a white rose tree. She asked why, this is what they said: if the queen could find just one white rose, she'd have their heads as they supposed. The queen liked only roses that were red. Play croquet, the queen of hearts had gold, hedgehogs for croquet balls, live flamingos for the sticks. Some would say there's missing tarts, I'll have their heads, the queen retorted. They all looked at Alice pretty quick. Well, Alice faced that cardboard on her arm, said, "You're just a pack of cards." They exploded, came at her in a stream. But when it all had come to pass, Alice woke up in the grass and it turned out it was just a dream. Now, if you had an hour to lend your ear, more adventures you could hear, I could certainly entertain you for a while. I hope I didn't bore you with Alice in the story. I like to think I left you with a smile. So let me leave you with this moral, some advice I think it sure will come in handy if the occasion comes around. If you see a rabbit dressed in white running for his very life, make sure you keep yourself above the ground. Little fun with Alice. Back in 2017, we went on vacation. Reconnected with a high school teacher of mine after 50 years. A gentleman who had a lot of influence on my life, and he lives in Puerto Rico. His name Luis Gonzalez Argueso, and he invited us to his island, Puerto Rico. And so in April of 2017, we took it upon ourselves to head down to Puerto Rico for a vacation. And Luis showed us all around his island. And got a song out of it. 4 hours and 20 degrees, the 4 hours being the approximate flight time. And 20 degrees having nothing to do with the temperature. It's an approximate difference in latitude between New York and Puerto Rico. So here it is, without further ado, 4 hours and 20 degrees. Well, it's been so long since we had a reset, worn down by the everyday grind. What we need is a speedy jet to our dream summer. Sit back and unwind. Been a long winter, had a pocket full of money, boarded a plane to leave our troubles behind. Looking for a place warm and sunny, headed down the tropical climes. Well, just 4 hours and 20 degrees, paradise lies with good times last. Toes in the sandbar, tropical seas, a cool breeze, and rum in the glass. Well, the hotel was lovely. Talking parrot in the lobby, king-size bed, a balcony view, looking over a land of wonder, beautiful gardens and oceans of blue. Louis met us and showed us his island, rainforests and local cuisine. Drank mojitos, laughing and smiling, hit the beach and used up our sunscreen. Well, just 4 hours and 20 degrees, paradise lies where the good times last. Toes in the sandbar, tropical seas, a cool breeze, rum in the glass. Spent all our money on good times, good friends, and a movable feast. Trouble be damned, we had so much fun. We can take whatever comes for a few days at least. 'Cause we know, yes we know, we know, yes we know. Tropical seas, a cool breeze and rum, cool breeze and rum, cool breeze and rum in the glass. Well, thank you. I have a grandson who's under the spectrum, and when he was younger, it's my oldest son's family. They lived with us for a while, and he must have been about 5 years old. I came home from work one night, and he was sitting in a big cardboard box with all his stuffed animals around him. Hayden, what's going on? We're going on an adventure. I call this Aiden's Ark. Let me just get this all set up here. There's a cardboard box on my tabletop where imaginary sails unfurl. Aiden and his fuzzy band of friends settle for a magic world, looking for adventures along the way, get a little drink from the Milky Way. Noble Runner the pony stands as the ship's first mate. Barney Bear weighs the anchor as the ship gets underway. Snaky climbs the mast to set the sails. Owlie's in the crow's nest looking out for comet's tails. We'll sail beyond the clouds to find out why sunshine reveals the bluest sky, then covers it again with dark of night all around the world. Don't worry, Mom and Dad, we're gonna be home soon. Just gonna take a little trip around the moon, going on a midnight ride just to see what's on the other side. Up above the clouds we'll fly so far, up into a night sky filled with stars, and like fireflies catch them in a jar around the universe. Captain Aiden, steady at the helm, issues his commands in a language only he and his faithful crew seem to understand. But smoothly they will navigate the night, across the universe they will ride. There are wonders to behold, far beyond our minds, mysteries beyond our wildest dreams. Perhaps only a child's fantasies can pierce the skies to discover what it means. So let's all take a ride in Aiden's Ark tonight. Just open up your hearts, open up your minds, and close your eyes. And with Runner, Barney, Snakey, and Allie by our side, in that noble ship we all can fly. In a cardboard box on a tabletop, imaginary sails unfurled. Thanks for the kind comments. And next song that I'm going to do for you is a cover tune. It was done by the Everly Brothers originally, although I never did the second verse. It was written by a gentleman by the name of Sonny Curtis, who also wrote I Fought the Law and the Law Won. So for any of you old rock and rollers out there, you might remember this one. This thing called Walk right back as soon as I can take a drink of water and clear my throat a little bit. I want you to tell me why you walked out on me. I'm so lonesome every day. Want you to know that since you walked out on me, nothing seems to be the same old way. Think of all the love that burns within my heart for you. The times we had before you went away on me. Walk right back to me this minute. Bring your love to me, don't send it. I'm so lonesome every day. These eyes of mine that gave you loving glances once before turned to shades of cloudy gray. Want so very much to see you just like before. Got to know you coming back to stay. Please believe me when I say it's great to hear from you, but there's a lot of things that a letter just don't say on me. Walk right back to me this minute. Bring your love to me, don't send it. I'm so lonesome every day. I want you to tell me why you walked out on me. I'm so lonesome every day. Want you to know that since you walked out on me, nothing seems to be the same old way. Think of all the love that burns within my heart for you. The times we had before you went away on me. Walk right back to me this minute. Bring your love to me, don't send it. I'm so lonesome every day. I'm so lonesome every day. I'm so lonesome every day. There you go. Thank you very much. And another cover tune I'm going to do for you. This one was written by a gentleman by the name of Kevin Welch, who's one of my favorite singer-songwriters from Oklahoma. And this is a great little tune that he wrote called Feast of Bread and Water. You're afraid of your own shadow. I won't let you walk in mine. There's a light inside you burning, but you will not let it shine. I've told you as a lover, I've told you as a friend. No other way to show you now. How will this story end? Yes, we've come this far, and we'll go no farther. You've traded it all for a feast of bread and water. Love is something that we make. Love is something that we give. It ain't something that we take. Love ain't no way to live. Love is something that we do. Love is what we do it for. So simple and so true. Love really is its own reward. Yes, we've come this far, and we'll go no farther. You've traded it all for a feast of bread and water. Yes, we've come this far, and we'll go no farther. Traded it all for a feast of bread and water. Thank you. Back in 2008, I represented the Long Island Blues Society down in Memphis, Tennessee at the International Blues Challenge. I got to meet little Toby Walker, and we played together in his friend Larry's living room on a couple of Sundays. And he told me, listen, if you can, go down with something original, because they like original music down there. So I wrote a song called Old John. It's kind of based on the Stagger Lee story, but it goes something like this. Well, old John, he's up and gone, headed for the hills. There's a 44 slug in a pool of blood. Yeah, the man that old John killed. Vicar Lee's dead as he can be, lying on the floor. Knew his time had come when he saw old John standing in the door. He cried, John, John, don't you take my life, lay that pistol down. John just stood there cold as ice, never made a sound. But he raised that pistol, shot it straight and true. Vicar Lee fell to his knees and cried, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Now Johnny had a woman, her name was Sarah Stone. She'd been seen around with Vicar Lee. She cursed John to his bones. Sheriff called for a posse. Yeah, we're bringing old John in. He's killed Vicar Lee, dead as he can be. Got to answer for his sin. But John had a reputation with a pistol and a knife. Not one man raised his hand, he'll surely take our lives. Well, the sheriff took a double eagle, raised it up on high. I'll put it in the hands of the man who takes him dead or alive. John ran 3 days and nights, boys, up those hills and down, with a posse right behind him, like a fox against the hounds. Twice they had him cornered, so the story goes. Every time the day closed in, he'd vanish like a ghost. It was down by Jenkins Corner, they finally brought old John to rest. He had a 44 pistol in his hand, 10 bullets in his chest. Well, it took a posse to bring him down, a dozen men or so. The people say to this very day it was a woman that laid him low. Thank you. So, I also write songs in a lot of different genres. And this next song I'm going to do for you is more along the lines of the American Standard Songbook. And it's a song that I wrote a number of years ago. Based on a letter that had been written by my high school girlfriend in the back of my yearbook that I discovered 30 years after the fact, opening boxes after many, many moves, looking through my yearbook and saw the letter signed Forever and Always, which was kind of ironic because I hadn't seen her since high school. But I picture a man in a bar with a handful of letters that he's been looking, and it's getting late and the bartender just wants to go home. And he gets up off the chair and the bartender's rooting for him to walk out the door, and instead, he starts walking to the jukebox, and the bartender thinks to himself, oh no, he's going to play that damn song again. It's called Forever and Always. I read the letters that you wrote and signed forever and always. Scent of your perfume is almost faded and gone. Whiskey hasn't filled this emptiness inside, so I think I'll buy another round and try to figure out how to turn this lonely life around. This heart out on my sleeve is looking tattered and worn. I'm gonna walk these empty streets, just waiting for the dawn. Sleep brings no release, I dream that I'm with you, but when I wake up you'll still be gone. I'll be haunted by those words forever and always. I see your face in every corner, I hear your voice in every song. I know I've got to let it go, but I'm just not that strong. Those words of love you sent me, I never can forget, because they're written here on my broken heart, and I know that they will be there forever and always. Thank you. Next song's a cover tune done by a group called the Tractors, who just barely lost to the Mavericks in 1996 for a Grammy. This next tune. A little thing called Trying to Get to New Orleans. Well, my daddy said, son, put the guitar down. Gotta build some fence, gotta plow some ground. Told my daddy, try to understand, this John Deere tractor don't fit in my plans. So I hit the road, chasing down a dream. Yes, I need a little help, trying to get New Orleans. Sidetracked up in Illinois, not too smart, I'm an innocent boy. She called me baby, she called me honey, called a cab and took away my money on the road again, somewhere south of Moline. Yes, I need a little help, trying to get New Orleans. Don't know why, but I gotta go. If I don't try, I'll never know about etouffee or Cajun Queens. You see, I need a little help, and I'm trying to get to New Orleans. Well, don't know why, but I gotta go. If I don't try, I'll never know about etouffee or Cajun Queens. You see, I need a little help, you know, I'm trying to get to New Orleans. Well, I hopped my watch near a burger and fries, tried to pretend it was red beans and rice. Midnight Memphis, hello Graceland. Next stop, Louisiana, yes, I'm on the road, chasing down a dream. Yes, I need a little help trying to get New Orleans. I'm just a country boy chasing down a dream, but I need a little help trying to get New Orleans. Thank you. So, going to do a cover tune for you. I'm sure you're all familiar with Joni Mitchell. That's one of my favorite all-time artists. This first time I actually heard a Joni Mitchell song was on a Tom Rush album back in the 60s, where he introduced 3 young singer-songwriters to the songwriting community on his album called The Circle Game. And Jackson Browne, James Taylor, and Joni Mitchell, he featured some of their songs on that album, and this is one of them. My version is kind of based on Tom's version more than Joni's. It's called Urge for Going. I looked up today and found frost perched on the town. It hovered in a frozen sky, gobbled summer down. When the wind turned straight or cold, shivering trees are standing in a naked row. Get the urge for going, but I never seem to go. I get the urge for going when meadow grass is turning brown, summertime is falling down, winter's closing in. A girl in summertime with summer-colored skin. Not another man in town my darling's heart could win. And when the leaves came tumbling down, bully winds did rub their faces in the snow. She got the urge for going, and I had to let her go. She got the urge for going when meadow grass was turning brown, summertime was falling down, winter's closing in. Now the warriors of winter give a cold triumphant shout. All that stays is dying, all that lives is getting out. See the geese in chevron flight, racing and flying on before the snow. They've got the urge for going, and they've got the wings to go. They've got the urge for going when meadow grass is turning brown, summertime is falling down, closing in. So I'll ply the fire with kindling, pull the blankets to my chin, lock that vagrant winter out, and I'll bolt my wanderings in. I'd love to call back summertime, have her stay for just another month or so. It's time for her to go. When meadow grass is turning brown, all her empires are falling down. Winter's closing in. All right, thank you. This is another cover tune I'm going to do. Another one of my favorite artists is a gentleman by the name of Delbert McClinton, the king of the roadhouse music. This is a little bit different from the stuff he does in his normal in his wheelhouse, but I always thought it was kind of cool, and it's a song gives some good advice at the same time. It's called Rosie. Hearts get broken every day. You can't let that get in your way. Soon enough, those tears will fade and everything's gonna be rosy. Sometimes life gets so absurd. The trick is learning how to handle the curves. Get a grip. Don't lose your nerve and everything's gonna be rosy. There's gonna be hard times, good times, all along the way. You know, it really ain't none of my business, but I'm gonna tell you about it anyway. I don't have the answers, nobody's fool. Listen up, I got news for you. You gotta find a way to lose your blues and everything's gonna be rosy. There's gonna be hard times, good times, all along the way. It really ain't none of my business, but I'm gonna tell you about it anyway. I don't have the answers, no, I'm nobody's fool. Soon I got news for you. You gotta find a way to lose your blues and everything's gonna be rosy. Yeah, everything's gonna be rosy. I'm gonna tell you, everything is gonna be rosy. Thank you. My dad passed away in 2002. He was a good man. No roads named after him, no stadiums. He just did the hard, everyday business of raising a family of 6, me and my 5 sisters. It took me a long time to write a song. It took me 10 years before I could get my arms around how I wanted to approach the song. And I decided that it was going to be tribute not only to him but to the people in all of our lives who have been influences, good influences, mentors, teachers, siblings, aunts, uncles, friends, people who have had a positive influence on our life. So I'd like to dedicate this song to all of them. I call the song Gentle Hearts. He touched our lives with quiet fingers, left no handprints on the wall, but he gave us more than just faded pictures before he left the crowded hall. Anyone who ever knew him and those who'd seen his life unfold knew a gentle heart with a quiet manner in a world of chaos, cruel and cold. So fill your glass and rise up with me. Let our memories serve their part and drink a toast of fellowship to the quiet ones with the gentle hearts. He lived to see this time of overflow, this Tower of Babel world today, where the more we learn, the less we know, the more we talk, the less we say, where the march to war is all the rage. Children die, lives are shattered, pushed by those who never faced the fray, and the bottom line is all that matters. So fill your glass and rise up with me. Let our memories serve their part and drink a toast of fellowship to the quiet ones with the gentle hearts. As a young man, he played the soldier's part, faced his fears undeterred. But he never let hatred or bitterness into his heart. I never heard him say an unkind word. He was a banker by his trade, and as honest a man as I ever knew. Once told me he wished he'd been a teacher, and I regret that I never told him that by his example, he taught us how to live our lives straight and true. So fill your glass and rise up with me. Let our memories serve their part and drink a toast of fellowship to the quiet ones with a gentle heart. He touched our lives with quiet fingers, left no handprints on the wall, but his words remain. His spirit lingers to touch the hearts of us, one and all. So fill your glass and rise up with me. Let our memories serve their part and drink a toast of fellowship to the quiet ones with the gentle hearts. The quiet ones with the gentle hearts. The quiet ones with the gentle hearts. Thank you. Well, this is another cover tune. Anybody who saw the movie Brother, Where Art Thou? It was the Tommy Johnson character, the guitar player, black man in the band, Chris Knight Thomas. Chris Thomas King. I always get the name screwed up. But after the movie was so popular, they did a concert tour. and they had all kinds of folk artists, and they invited him to do some of his other material. So this was not in the movie, but this was a song that he did on the tour. It's a little thing called John Law Burned Down the Liquor Store. Well, moonshine whiskey ought to be a crime. When I get to drinking, about to lose my mind. Hey buddy, can you get me some more time? Now what's that smoking yonder across the hill? Looks like our secret hideaway we've had so many years. John Law, come down and run us away from here. He burned down the liquor store, burned down the liquor store, burned down the liquor store. John Law burned down the liquor store. That bootleg whiskey, where we gonna go? Working in the fields all that hot long day. Looks like our secret hideaway gone by the way. Now I feel I'm drinking my own tears. He turned water into whiskey, that's what the preacher said. Lord, I need a miracle to get me through the day. Muddy water, come and wash my blues away. He burned down the liquor store, burned down the liquor store, burned down the liquor store, burned down the liquor store. For that bootleg whiskey, where we gonna go? John Law didn't mind us having a little fun, 'cause when we made money, you know, he would get him some. Yes, the joint was rocking till the break of dawn. But when the money got low, he hauled me off to jail, 'cause I drank up all my corn whiskey. I had no more to sell. I got no one to help me go my bed. He burned down the liquor store, burned down the liquor store. John Law burned down the liquor store. Yes, John Law burned down the liquor store. For that bootleg whiskey, where we gonna go? Good morning, Judge. What would be my fine? When the judge tasted my whiskey, he didn't give me no time. He said, boy, can you get me some more of your moonshine? He burned down the liquor store, burned down the liquor store, burned down the liquor store, burned down the liquor store. For that bootleg whiskey, where we gonna go? Yes, for that bootleg whiskey, where we gonna go? Thank you.
Cheers to that song. You got one more for us?
Yeah, I got one more for you. What do you
Okay,
want to hear?
great.
You want to hear a fast one or you want to hear a slow one?
What do you think, guys? Fast or slow?
Fast or slow?
Well, my vote is for a fast one.
Okay, so here we go.
All right, I'm out of here. Oh, Claire wants a slow one. Do a slow one.
Do a slow one? Okay.
We got 2 votes for slow.
All right, so This is another one of the songs that I write in kind of the American Songbook standard. This is kind of a brand new one, so pardon me if it doesn't come out exactly the way it should. But this was actually written to a challenge. We were challenged to write a song that was about a question. So I wrote the question, would you change your mind? Would you change your mind if I could write a song to tell you how I feel? Would you take the time to understand what that song reveals? If I had the gift of a poet's words, or the colors of a painter's art, if I asked you one more time, would you change your mind? Would you change your mind? If you could see what was in my heart, would you see the longing whenever we're apart? When I dream of you and me, we always hold each other tight. If I asked you one more time, would you change your mind? Would you change your mind and take a chance on me? Could you get your heart to sing along in loving harmony? Since the day that we first met, I've waited, hoping for some sign. If I asked you one more time, would you change your mind? If I asked you one more time, would you change your mind? Thank you.
Just gorgeous. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, my friends, we are bringing this part of Monday Night Muses to a close. That means I'm going to take over in just a few minutes. But before I do, I want to just redirect you to those links scrolling across the bottom. Why don't I pop them into the chat for you as well? If you would like to catch up with Steve's music, you can order albums. You can find it online. StellaRob.com is where you can do that. And if you would like to throw some love in the virtual tip jar, show your appreciation, please do that. It's paypal.me/StellaRob. I just put both those links in the chat. Steve, I want to thank you so much for sharing both your songwriting and your kind of like journeying covers with us. I love your choices, and I love the stories that you told about the songs, both the ones you wrote and the ones you didn't write. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Rory. Thank you very much. And by the way, if anybody's interested, all those songs can be downloaded or streamed from just about any internet platform you want. iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, they're all out there. So thank you again, Rory. This is a good thing you're doing for music on Long Island. Thank you.
Thank you. Spread the word. I love doing this, and I love getting to hear someone new every week. So thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for sharing with us. Friends, you know the drill if you're a regular. If you're not, let me tell you the drill. I'm about to end this stream, and I'll start a fresh stream where I will be taking over. I will be singing to you. I'll be doing a little bit of poetry. It's going to be a great time. Great time for you to go grab yourself a glass of water, take a bathroom break, and by the time you come back, I will be playing to you on your screen. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Steve.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.